Hi, we're going to talk about your informational interview. There are several parts to this interview, and one of the most important is you scheduling the interview itself. So, an informational interview is one of the most critical things you can do for your career because it's a way for you to connect with people within your industry and really grow your network. And that network is what you're going to use for the rest of your time in your career. So for the next 50 years, these people are going to be important to you. That's why we're doing this assignment. Not to make you write another paper and make you miserable, but because I really want to make sure that you know how to grow your network. And there is nothing more flattering than a student asking to interview someone and listening and asking thoughtful questions and taking notes. That is very flattering. It creates an immediate mentor relationship, and these are the types of people, the people that you have this relationship with, who will seek you out for opportunities. Maybe they hear about a scholarship, maybe they can offer you an internship, maybe they can give you some hints about job possibilities. All of these things are wonderful. So I would urge you, even though we're making you do this semester, to do this in the future. Now what you see in front of you is essentially what you'll turn in for the first 50 points of this assignment. Who you're interviewing, when you're interviewing them, where you're interviewing them, and why. So tell us who you're interviewing, the title and the company. Tell us that if it's a phone or an in-person interview, and I would prefer that it be in person, and when and where you're meeting. Now, if you want to do an email interview, in some select cases I have approved them, there has to be a really good reason. On all of these, you place the why this person's a good person for you to interview. So that is the first part of this assignment. It's not too hard. It requires you to think carefully and to cold call a few people maybe, and that is uncomfortable, but that's important. You need to get those skills together and think about who you can interview. If you wish, you may interview a program director, and that's fine. Now, your actual assignment itself, the first page is going to look like this. It's going to have a cover page in APA format, so you'll put informational interview, who you're interviewing, your name, my name, etc. Your second page, you're going to tell me a little bit about when you did this and set the scene. You're going to have a thesis statement where you tell me what you've learned. You're going to divide up your information here. Please don't just do a Q&A. Here's what I said, here's what she said, here's what I said, here's what she said. Interpret what they said and report it in your own words. If you want to quote them, great, but don't quote exclusively. So divide it into sections and then conclude. What did you learn from this experience? So think carefully about why you want to do this, who you want to interview. Write this up as a paper, and if it looks good, and I would urge you to run this by the Business Communication Center or the Writing Center and edit this, because if it's carefully edited then and it's thoughtful, I can give it an A. But you probably want to send this to the person you interviewed and say, thank you so much. This was a wonderful experience. I greatly appreciate your time. Always, always thank people for their time. It does not have to be long, 2 or 3 or 4 sentences that just said, I had a wonderful experience, I appreciate this so much. And if you've written a nice paper, send them a copy of the paper. That will impress them, and that will make them want to do things for you in the future. I hope this has helped and given you some important information about your informational interview. Good luck, and ask me questions if you need to. Bye.